I've been dreaming things and scheming things. I've been smoking the poison.
I love this city. It's very cool. It's cool because it's just so historical. There's, you know, every street corner has some old building that's, you know, older than America, which is really cool. The one thing that's, it's like the streets are so thin and it's so busy. It is a little chaotic to me coming from LA, which is very spread out. But no, it's very cool. I always love being here, and there's such a strong energy. Everyone's just so. It seems like there's always something going on. You know, people will ask me, yeah, what do you define your music as genre-wise? And I feel like I have it. You know, I've always had a really eclectic taste in music, and I think that comes across in the kind of songs I write. I mean, you know, the upcoming album is everything from, you know, drum and bass based tracks to, you know, housey kind of stuff to, you know, straight up like kind of pop stuff, and I think what I always say is it's electronic dance music, hybrid with sort of indie pop songwriting, and then lots of trippy textures on top of it, and I think that's you know, a good mix of the kind of things I like.
Everything will go.
I always wanted to do music for a living, I guess, probably since, you know, junior high or high school, or since I was about, you know, 12 or 13, but never really had any expectations, honestly. I always just thought about making music, and then once it started, you know, bringing me around the world, and I got to travel with it, it was amazing, and I kind of, it's like every once in a while I have to like keep myself in the head, like, this is great. Who else gets to do this? It's amazing. Obviously, getting lots of radio play with Long Way Down in the States has been just insane, because, you know, I mean, it's crazy how many times I've been, you know, in the car with somebody or something, and the songs come on, and it's kind of, you know, it's almost a little embarrassing, like, I don't want to hear that again, but but it's also, you know, I mean, what, you know, I never even thought that would ever happen in my life. You know, I didn't even know I was making music that people would want to listen to until, you know, a couple years ago. But yeah, and then obviously, you know, I just did like Jimmy Kimmel late night show, and that was just totally surreal and totally cool. Music video was honestly the directors came to me with this kind of concept, and, you know, of just having, basically cutting a past version of me in a house in like the 70s, 80s or something, and then, you know, current version of me in the same house after it had been like, you know, been through a fire and been kind of messed up, and just finding a way to kind of make it cool and cut between the two scenes, and yeah, it just sounded like a cool idea to me, so I said, let's do it, and filming it was insane, because it would be, you know, they spent, you know, maybe 30 minutes getting set up for the old clean scene, and then they'd film it with the kid, and then they go in there with like hammers and knives and you know, blowtorches, and turn this thing into this chaos zone, and then refilm it with me. It was really fun, you know, watching them tear up sofas and stuff like that in between takes. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, but long days.
The end, things will never go.
Music videos are interesting these days, because it's you know, obviously the outlet has changed a lot. You know, it's YouTube, and you know, I'd say a lot of people discover new music through YouTube now. I mean, it's kind of or like, you know, if they heard a song, they'll look it up on YouTube and listen to it there, and so having a cool music video, having a cool visual to associate with that is just another great way to kind of, I guess, proselytize the music everywhere. And I think it's great, and I think it's really, I don't know, I think it's cool, and the interesting thing about it now is that I think music videos are becoming less obligatory. So it's, you know, as they become less obligatory, it's like they're, you know, I think they might be getting more and more interesting, because people are trying to do, you know, crazier stuff. It's cool. I have an album coming out September 18th, which is I guess the next thing on the horizon, and I'm excited. It's a pretty eclectic mix of sort of messed up pop music. Yeah, I'm just really excited to get that out there and have people hear it. I mean, it's been kind of a labor of love over the last 18 months. And then, yeah, just I'm going to be touring until I'm dead after that. So. I think the blending genre thing is, besides me just being sort of ADD, I think a big part of it comes out of, this is a wide open world, and I think, I think about kids nowadays, especially kids at festivals. I see, you talk to some of these fans afterwards, and their knowledge of music spans so many genres now, and it's all because of the internet. There's not, like, scenes are no longer, there's like the Salt Lake City punk scene, and there's like the there's like the Silver Lake, surf rock scene or something. It's like there's like a surf rock scene, and you can, and it's artists from Japan to Canada to wherever, and because of that, I think people have like a much larger palette, and I think that's cool, and so I think because of that, it's kind of freed like artists like me to kind of do whatever I want, and people will accept it. That's good. So for the live performance, I use a lot of game controllers. Everything from a joystick, like for flight simulators, gamepad, to Wii remote, and like I actually use a steering wheel you'd use for like a racing game or something. And that all came about really because in college I was poor, and I had these things laying around, and I saw that people were hacking them online, and I'm a huge nerd, and hacking them to use those MIDI controllers, for music. And so I thought it'd be fun to try it out. And once I started performing my music, 3 or 4 years later, people immediately connected with it because everyone played video games, especially my age and younger, and really it's novel. But to me, the biggest thing that I like the best about it is, using these controllers. It's a really expressive way to kind of visually communicate the music. And also, I'm not that great of a pianist, but I was great at Tony Hawk Pro Skater. So, it feels good to be on a game controller or something. The single following Long Way Down will be a song called Don't Wait Up, which is, I think, cool. It's kind of a weird, almost 80s throwback sort of new wavy sort of pop tune, but with, obviously very modern textures and production. And yeah, it was a fun tune. I think it's a cool kind of earworm that's stuck in your head. I have some collaborations that have done the album, but I've just finished some remixes. Just did Bird and the Bee remix that's coming out. Just finishing up a remix for this band called Moth and the Flame that should be out pretty soon. That's a really cool one. But yeah, I mean, I expect to probably be doing a lot of remixes in the next few months, and then maybe do some more, hopefully start doing some more production for other people and kind of producing tracks for other artists. So we'll see. The whole Breakage remix of Long Way Down, that was cool, and I mean, Sam here at the label kind of connected the dots there, and I was excited because I'd been a fan of Breakage for a while, and probably for the last couple of years or something, and year and a half, and when he came back with the initial remix, I thought it was cool, but we, it was like, I'm just such a detailed perfectionist kind of dude, and it seems like he is too. But it was all positive. I mean, I think I always love trying to push, especially artists I like and think that they can do really cool stuff. I like trying to push them and see what they come out with.
Oh,